Hello everyone. Well, the X-1. Um, Growing up, my dad was a big fan of the film The Right Stuff, and as a little kid, I loved all the. Well, I liked the movie. I really liked it, and I still do. And one of my favorite airplanes was the X-1. And back in the 80s, Revell came out with a 1/32nd scale model kit of the plane. It's been re-released several times since, but this initial release was molded in this bright orange. And I love the plane because it's purely scientific. No weapons, no nothing. It's just a balls to the wall rocket plane. And it's a piece of history, and it's just I absolutely love this design. I don't know, there's something about it. Something about the lines of it that I just absolutely love. Very much of its time, but very sleek in other ways. This, of course, was built from a vintage kit, so it has all the problems thereof. You can see some of the, you can see some silvering on the decals. That was just, I didn't want to have to paint the orange because it's very expensive to try and paint orange. You have to do several coats of white primer over the orange or even gray, because you want a lighter base coat when painting a lighter color. And then I'd have to probably use 2 cans of orange. And this paint is like 16 to 20 bucks a piece, depending upon how lucky you get. So it's just, modeling is so crazy expensive now. So I was glad to have this in regular orange, but I had one of these models when I was a kid. My dad built it. He built it ostensibly for himself, but I was the one who enjoyed it and kind of played with it and broke the pitot tube off, of course. But yeah, I bought this months ago, thinking I was gonna build it right up, and then I did a bunch of work on it, and then just got kind of tired and didn't want to work on it anymore. I've been kind of feeling that way about a lot of models lately. Modeling in general, actually. And then this past week, I saw something. I watched parts of the movie again, and I remembered, hey, I've got one of these. So I built it. And it's just the orange plastic with a dull coat over it to seal the decals. Sorry. Seal the decals, and then a semi-gloss coat over that. And because I'm a big fan of the movie The Right Stuff, I found pictures of one of the actual filming models that they used, and I kind of based the look of this off that, which had kind of it was a more dull finish to it, and I'll include some pictures of it at the end. What's interesting about this film is that they didn't use, because it came out in 1983, made in 81, 82, and they weren't using CG for that stuff back then. They were using actual models, and the way they did it, they didn't use blue screens. It was all live in-camera stuff. And so they had several models, many models of varying sizes, and they had, you know, fishing line or something, or really thin piano wire, and they had a hole in the front of the plane somewhere and a hole in the back, and they would just shoot the model down and they would have it at an angle, you know, so it would go down, and they just throw the model attached to the piano wire, and it would just glide past the camera. And that's how they achieved the effects in the movie. They did get some close-ups, you know, where they designed a system, which they also used on the original Top Gun, where to show the effect of breaking the sound barrier, they had like a drill, and they had a piece of wood that was offset slightly, and so it would make the camera shake. And they attached it to the piece of wood to the camera, and along with the drill, it would make the camera shake, and so you'd have this effect. And they had smoke machines and stuff to simulate clouds, and that was it. So yeah, I just wanted to show this off. I'm really happy with it. I mean, it's not perfect, you know, you've got some gaps right here, but it's fine for what it is. Anyway, thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.